lost to First Class by 1, lost to the ESH National Selects by 1, and then their win was by 7. So they do have a differential of still +5, although a losing record. They are not a losing team to be reckoned with. And on the other end, Everest Elite started off with a tough morning. They got running clocked by Boston. They had the same happen from the Minnesota Blades, but they did beat the Minnesota Machine. So anything is possible. Western Selects would be the favorite in this scenario, but do not sleep on Everest Elite. A well-balanced offense. We'll see what they have today. We've seen a lot of good games on this rink already today. Most recent one was probably the roughest. 14-0 Minnesota. The Blades beating Slovakia. I believe that will be rolled in the score sheet as a 7-0 win. 7 seems to be the mercy here in this tournament. And here we go. One of these two teams will get to move to 500. We'll see who it is. The other will move to 1-3. A spot you don't want to be. Quickly, it's Hunter Smith wide of the net. The Western Selects representing their white uniforms, red pants, white and red socks. And for Everest, they're sporting their blacks with blue shaded in there as well. And already, the Western Selects are going to go to the power play. We've got a tripping call. 26 seconds is all it took. And the Western Selects, who have scored 1 power play goal in 3 tournament games so far, will look for their second and first goal of this game. Brooke Landau at that right point, somebody you want to watch out for, creeping down to the top of the circle. 7 points in 3 games so far. And he had 2 goals in the earlier game this morning against ESH. He had 2 of his team's 3. And he's scored in every game so far. See what tricks he has up his sleeve. Ike Hirsch, another offensive threat. Having some trouble with the puck there. Hirsch will dig it out. Sauce it back. Sawyer back for Hirsch. Over the blue line, the Western Selects come. Thrown up top. Landau spins off one. Brooke Landau fires. That got redirected off a body wide. He possesses again just above the top of the circle. Walks in, battling for this puck. Let's go, and that's a blocker save made. Back in front it goes, and now pouncing on top of it is Shane Jankow. Joshua LaChapelle got the start earlier. Not a bad performance from him. And now Jankow gets his second start. He did not have a fun time against the Minnesota Blades. I don't think anybody has in this tournament, as Jankow turns away one there. Now, the Western Selects offense is no Minnesota Blades, but they still average over 4 goals a game, something you got to watch out for, as this one is fired off the helmet of Larson. Now sent to head to Benji Adumi. Adumi throws it for Gersak. Garrett Gersak slowing down. Only 33 seconds left on the power play. Here's Colton Clarkson. To J.P. Brouch. Looking for a tic-tac-toe. Won't happen there. Clarkson repossesses and backhands it up to the point for Brouch. Now Larson. Pump fakes one. Wasn't sure if that was on purpose. A dozen seconds left on the power play. Up to the point. Brouch fires. And that got deflected into the netting. It will stay in the offensive end. 6 seconds until Austin Birch is released from the box. Right off the draw, Degree took a elbow to the head, it appeared. And now we're at Ethan strength. Austin Birch will go right out onto the ice instead of coming to the bench. Degree stationary near the blue line. Gives it back to Gaunt. Finds Broadhausen. Now Connor Fox for Everest. Vertical out of the zone. Bohan Broadhurst trying to get something started. Won't happen there. Degree picks Birch's pocket. Now it's Glover with the shot blocked. Birch takes it away and starts to scamper ahead. Austin Birch. Still with it. Patiently waiting for the right opportunity. Is it now? He draws a penalty. Slap shot saved by Reed Inman. Inman's second start of the tournament, and the first shot he wears is straight to the head. Still makes a save. Malcolm Glover's going to the box for tripping. Each team with a tripping call now. Western could not capitalize on theirs. Now Everest Elite. Also only one power play goal in 3 games. Centering that line, taking the draw is Gary Zhu as he will swipe it back. Craig down the wall. Now Crosta. Taken away and cleared out between the blue line and red line. Now Rook Landahl races ahead. Landahl in a one-on-one, shot blocked. That play soaked up by Tyler Kai. And here comes Crosta across the blue line. Crosta falls. That was not a tripping, unlike the previous 2 tripping calls we've seen. One of them is in action right now. It's called a power play. 40 seconds into it. Hirsch on a takeaway. And Crosta will get it back. Joe Crosta up ahead to Gary Zhu. Zhu back for Crosta. Steps into a shot. Looks like Inman got a portion of it with his blocker. Kai taps it down the line. Kept in now by Crosta. Trying to split through 2 Western selects. Instead, they go the other way. Brooke Landahl off the boards. Taken back in by Owen Craig. Swiping it aside for Crosta. Now Zhu. 40 to go on the power play. Everest's first chance. Lucas Liu. Offsides was Crosta. Right call there, it seemed. Nothing game behind us. And is the Boston Hockey Club that is currently down to first class. Ethan Atwall scoring the first goal of that game over there. No action at the South Rink, just these 2 games right now. This game is the 27th of the tournament. There have already been 26 games played prior to this one. We're in day 2. Nice move there by Birch. And a great recovery from Gothic. Salyer puts it ahead. Clarkson is going to wheel around one. It's a 2-on-1 now. Clarkson holds fire. Stop there. Great work by Jane Cow. Here comes Birch. Couple nice moves. Now ditches it ahead. Taken back forward by Degree, looking to slide it across. Instead, it's taken the other way. Glove save made by Jankow. 8:42 to go. That is save number 4 for Shane Jankow. Degree takes it in off the draw, throws it in front. He's got it again, lofts it towards the net. Got redirected, and still Jankow had eagle eyes on it. We'll go all the way back to the Select's defensive end. 8:32 to go, face off to the right of Inman. Whipped around the wall by Ty Arbor. Now at the point, Connor Fox unleashes one. And that's glove down. Just a good 13 seconds between whistles there. Offensive zone faceoff now on the other side. Zoo against Clarkson. Clarkson wins the pack for Western. Zone held. And a shot thrown towards the net by Owen Gill was taken away by J.P. Brouch. This one will trickle at the blue line, not over it. Arbor puts it back in deep. Going to chase is Godwin. Brouch, meanwhile, launches a pass to the neutral zone. Clarkson with a takedown. Lost his stick. In the far side corner now, Godwin runs into a teammate. That's Zoo. Both sporting red helmets and red pant shells. And here comes Rook Landau. Turns it away for Hirsch. Backhand sauce to J.P. Brouch. He unwinds one. Sticked away. Don't know where I got blocker from. Shots now 5-3 Western Selects. Godwin fires in, and him and Zoo peel off for a change. Plenty of space to work here for Western. And it's zipped across the ice. Perfectly done to Rook Landau. Landau gets some help. Clarkson into the slot, trying to pull this one free. He can't do so. And Crosta swipes it back to the blue line of the Selects. Birch having to wait on his team to be onside, then makes a couple of nifty moves and gets back behind the blue line. Kai taking back Glover. Check there by Kai. Play on. And now here's Liam Humphreys. He's tangled up. Takeaway Birch. Humphreys is open in front. Humphreys on the backhand. He put it off the mark. That's one he's going to want back. Kai from the blue line. Just below it, really. And that rattles all the way back around. Crosta drops it. Craig fires one, got blocked, and Clarkson turns right up ice. Clarkson from a distance. We'll get a whistle. Still waiting on first blood here. 9 combined shots have all been blocked. We're just past 9 minutes into this game. They say icing. 5:32 now. Goth up ahead for Salyer. Adumi drops it back. That pass through the slot intercepted, but then taken back by Adumi. Chipped in by Godwin. Now up ice. It's Everett. And a good look there. Godwin turns it up the wall. Shuffled back down. Over the stick of Godwin, and Goff will push it. Now Salyer stretches it out of the zone. Smith finds Goffin. Fire save. Rebound was there for Smith. Now thrown in and around by Harry Ryan, but offsides. Takeaway here, it turns into a 2-on-1. Arbor drags, fires, and that is blocked by a stick, comes up towards the glass. Arbor pushes it back into his own end now with 4 minutes to go. Sorry if you heard that stutter, a fly just flew into my face. There comes Birch. Took up Spill. Now it's chipped up to Degree. Degree, some stick lifts, gets it inside, backhander, stopped! And the rebound was right on the goal line, but they have to blow the play dead. Face-off one back to Landau, whips it wide. 3.5 to go in the first period. No goals yet. Reed Inman and Shane Jankow combining for now 11 stops. Make that 12 as Inman will cover that one. Off to the left of Inman. Chip back by Clarkson. Now here's a shot from Craig that whistles wide. And we got a delayed penalty coming here to Western. Shot goes wide. Craig taps it back down. Oh, we got off settings now. Would have been an Everest power play. Instead now, player from each side is going to the box. So we will stay 5-on-5. Which means both penalties cannot be released until there are 51 seconds and a whistle. Coaches have varying opinions on that call. Look to have been offsides. It was Wang taking it over. Birch taking the draw for Everest. Try to push it ahead to Wing. Here's Smith. Hunter Smith down the side. Had a Doomy open. Chip back in by Everett now for Everest. A Doomy weaves to the outside, leads it ahead now for Salyer. Salyer goes crashing into the boards. Gets it back down. A Doomy applying pressure on Birch. Bowden Broadhurst gives a hard pass to Sawyer that is tapped back in. Some trouble with the puck there. Gauthier, but nothing comes out of it. Now Brouch up ahead. Chasing in is Garrett Gersak. Put around the net. And here's Degree. He traces the circle. Daniel Degree wide of the net. Western with 8 shots. Everest with 3. 1 minute to play here in the first period. Here's a chance now for Godwin. Pad save, and the rebound ends up trickling below the goal line. Launched out and touched by the skate of Glover. This is not going to go for icing. What work there by Gill to get it ahead. Now Birch catches it at center. Austin Birch. Got around Degree. Brouch forces him to get it around the boards. It's held in now. Fox a shot from a distance, redirected on. Stay by Inman. And he finds his way dislodged into the net. We've got some shoving. And Reed Inman stands and falls tall. $15 to go. Here's Godwin turning in. Godwin fires wide. Swiped up ice for Hirsch. Delayed call coming here to Everest. Interference with 3.5 seconds to go. So we'll have more 4-on-4. So Clarkson, the lefty, takes the face-off. Looking for that quick shot attempt. It comes out to Brouch. Knuckle puck. Oh, my! Pinballing all over the place before finding its way dead in the crease at the buzzer. And we are through 15. Second period coming up next.
Ironman Industries stands for quality and precision in steel manufacturing. Specializing in quality of our work, we're committed to our customers. Build the future with us at ironmanindustries.com.
Do you want to develop an unshakable level of self-confidence? Then check out my best-selling book, Mindset First. It provides a concise and practical way for athletes just like you to win the mental game.
Here we go, period number 2. It's 4-on-4 for the first minute and 36 seconds. And we are underway. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday afternoon. If you're out watching from the West Coast, it's an early afternoon for you guys. Only 1:30. Colton Clarkson is darting up ice. And his shot gets deflected wide of the cage. Clarkson up top, Grouch with a shot. Wide of the net comes to Landau. Birch swings it back. 45 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Austin Birch drags it. Brings it to Kai at the near side point, and that hit Landau on the way there, so ends up left of the net. Grouch had Landau in a one-on-one ahead, but the pass was slowed down. 4-on-4 for another 24. Colton Clarkson into the glove. Satisfying sound of the mitt of Jankow as he took some heat up near the left hand. Larson keeps the zone, and here's Madsen from a distance save there. Jankow, they try to stuff it back towards the far side. Now Hirsch at the hash marks, his pass is nowhere near Larson. So, here comes Fintica out of the box. It's now a very, very short power play. You're looking at 15 seconds as we speak. And a centering pass finds Salyer, turnaround shot, rebound, swept out of the net. Complete heroics from Lucas Liu. This game is 1-0 otherwise. Madsen, a shot blocked by Godwin. Taken back in by Adumi. Pushed out by Charles Wang. Now here's Lucas Liu, the hero that just swept the puck out of the net moments ago. Or out of the goal line, should I say. It wasn't across it. Such a close call. Liu's shot high in the air, floats to the far side corner. Aggressive pressure from Humphreys. Now Godwin steps in as well. Adumi pulls ahead. It's an odd man rush. It is a 4-on-2. Glover cannot take it from Liu. Around the wall it comes. Now Glover trying to move to the inside. Won't happen easily. Wang pulls it ahead. Charles Wang drops it back. Godwin, backhander, goes to the side. Broadhurst, stretch pass out of the zone to Smith. Under 12 minutes to play. Smith is guarded well. Turnaround now, Glover. Glover could not get good wood on it, if any. Arbor sauces across. Got to watch for the too many men there. It was close. Joe cross down a wraparound try. Comes to the far side. They score. Austin Birch, after over 18 and a half minutes, has the first goal in this game. Delayed penalty coming here on Western. Looks to be slashing. Boston trails to first class 3-1 with 8:08 left in the second. Kai takes it up top. Craig back for Kai. Spinning off Landau, but then he picks his pocket. Here's a shorthanded chance for Ike Hirsch off the pass from Landau. Hirsch getting in. Taken down. Is this going to be a penalty shot? J.P. Brouch pointing towards the audience saying this should be a penalty shot. Audience really wants one. We'll see if they get their wish. It is. Ike Hirsch ready for the test. Who doesn't love a good penalty shot? So here's a penalty shot, Hirsch against Shane Jankow. This to tie up the game as he'll wheel out to the right side to start. Hirsch slowly picks up now, scores! And that's how the shutout of Shane Jankow is ruined. The game is tied at 1. Hirsch's second goal of the tournament. Coming into this game, only recorded his tournament points from that blowout win against Slovakia. When he scores, the Western Selects are 1-0 as of right now. And here comes Hirsch again. Deja vu. Hirsch battling on the boards, taken out by Birch now. Great second period action so far. And here's Glover. Glover, sharp angle. Denied there by Jankow. Joe Crosta. In deep for now, Western to break out. Birch interrupts it. Now taken ahead by Glover. In on net. Awkward Karam off the blocker. And Fox has to wheel back below his own net. Flipping it out. Larson. Taken away by Birch. Back line for Fox. Nine minutes to go here. Birch turning back. Slices it off the wall. Zoo's pass is intercepted. Here is Goff. Leaves it aside. Glover taken away. Numbers the other way. And a pass behind Birch. Smith now fires, and that knocks away the stick of the other 19 and Blake Everett. Into the slot now. Degree taken away by Birch. Austin Birch. Now Zoo stepping up. Centering pass. Right to 2 Western selects. Wang dumps it deep. While following, Broadhurst is trying to get rid of it. Godwin now towards the net. Backhander stopped by Inman. Into the slot now. A chance. Save on the Humphreys shot attempt. Wang was right there on the doorstep for the rebound. Back in it comes. Broadhurst across for Goffin. Degree. Schmidt for Adumi. Adumi turns, fires, and that's stopped by James Howard. Godwin. Now Wang. Taken away by Garrett Gersak. Gersak trying to fight his way back up. Kai, vertical pass. And turning ahead with it again is Gersak. Him and Glover, a bit of a miscommunication. Now Gersak fires wide at the net. Zone held by Brouch, just barely. And now here's Godwin. And it around. Western, a 17-6 shot lead right now. Kai's got a man wide open across. Here's Craig unloading one wide. Kai follows up, also wide. Craig off the boards, taken away by Sawyer. This could be trouble for Everest. Glover looking for the back door. Gersak stick not in front of him. Now it's Madsen banking it around. Play down the wall by Gersak. Glover for Landau, turning away. Trying to cut back through, but Birch read his every move. Birch, breakout pass that was risky, came right to the middle. Landau now blocked. Humphreys able to work it ahead. That pass is behind the intended target. Colton Clarkson had that top corner open, missed it. Landau try to throw a skipper. Colton Clarkson. Some nice dancing. Then pushed ahead by Birch. Arbor back for Birch. 5 minutes to play in the second period. Still tied 1-1, nearly not anymore. Grosta. Forked up the wall by Madsen. Now back for Gill. Owen Gill. Turned on his backhand. Risky pass, rolling the dice. Instead, it pays off. He will skate it ahead. Owen Gill. Towards the net, sticked away by Inman as it flutters into the corner. Birch now with some space. Clarkson gaining run. What a pass! Oh my goodness! Arbor denied. Between the legs, no looker right to the stick of Ty Arbor. That type of pass was never even seen in 2014. And these are 2014s doing that. Incredible. Pushed ahead for Godwin. And here's Crosta. And to reinforce his Arbor. Crosta, sharp angle shot. In between the legs, now out in front of Inman. And discarded aside. Off the wall comes Landau. Very close to offsides there. Larson sends it back ahead, and Gill will shin it towards the boards. Bounces off the body of Godwin, and now eventually to the stick of Gary Zhu. Zhu is spun around. Towards the net now, kicked away by Inman. Godwin given space. No look drop. And now here's Zhu trying to go 5-hole. Jabs at it. It's still loose. And taken out by Gill. 3 minutes to go. Risky pass by Gill. Misses. Now it's Everett. Into the slot. Godwin. Backhand. Looking for Zhu. And they score! Another beautiful sequence in this game, and this time it counts. Gary Zhu. Third goal of the tournament for Gary. Has now scored in 3 out of 4 games. Now advanced ahead. Birch trying a stick lift. Now Goff. Cross ice. Tipped ahead by Smith. Turning away is Lou. Adumi. Pumps the brakes near the far side hash marks. To the point, Gothe, fire, save. Just a tick under 2 minutes to go. It's 2-1. Up ahead comes Arbor. Cross ice. What a pass for Crosta. Crosta trying to get around. Brodenhurst takes a shot that is patted away. Now Crosta again. 2-on-1. Across. Zhu! Denied. Chasing after it now, Garrett Gersak. 90 seconds to play in the second period. Everest with a 2-1 lead. One of these teams will move to 2-2 in the tournament. That is icing. Shots on goal 17-15, favoring the losing team in Western. Face off, one back to Kai. Played aside, Birch winds one up. Oh boy, that hits someone up high. Looked to have been Godwin. Delayed offsides. Now it's on Craig. Sent around for Landau. Now Ike Hirsch. Birch taking pressure, taken away now. .20 to play. Birch couldn't get a stick on that. Now he has it anyway. Flips it around Ticka, but then coming in to help is Hirsch. Odd man rush with single-digit seconds. Hirsch to the slot. Clarkson fires over, and the rebound is missed by Landau. Crouch at the buzzer. Wide of the net. And we are through to 2-1 Everest in a nail-biter of a game. We will be right back. And well, actually, we won't be. Take a nice break. It'll be a good 10 minutes.
I'm Dr. Cassie Preston. My job as a mental performance coach is to help elite athletes just like you to consistently perform at your capabilities. But in order to do that, you need to reliably get in the zone. The problem is, like most athletes, you spend too much time in your own head, worrying, overthinking, and are doubting yourself. This can be frustrating and discouraging because you've put in all this work to develop your physical abilities. Your mindset is causing you to underperform. Now, I understand that working on your mindset can be difficult and confusing. There's so much cliche advice out there like, don't worry about it and just be positive, which might be the mental states you want to achieve, but it's not the how-to. In fact, this fluffy cookie cutter advice often makes things worse. Instead, what you need to do is challenge the status quo and think differently about success and failure. That's why I wrote the best-selling book, Mindset First, to provide athletes like you a repeat and reliable way to win the mental game. I share the concise and practical strategies I use to help professional athletes be at their best day in and day out. This book will help you break free from the weight of results so you can stop spending so much time in your own head and start playing with confidence so you can perform when it matters most. And most importantly,
Ironman Industries stands for quality and precision in steel manufacturing. Specializing in quality of our work, we're committed to our customers. Build the future with us at ironmanindustries.com.
Welcome back here for the third period on WSBN TV. Brandon Bowling, our producer. My name is Luke Jordan. Everest Elite leads the Western Selects by a score of 2-1 through 30 minutes of action. Action is an understatement of what we've seen so far in this one. A lot of chances, even a penalty shot goal from the Western Selects, scored by Ike Hirsch. Gary Zhu scoring on the other end for Everest. That, of course, alongside Austin Birch later on. First class up on Boston 3-2 at the moment. That is the only other game actively going on. First face-off won by Everest Elite, and they will rim it around. Trying to cling on to a 2-1 lead to move their record to 2-2. Liam Humphreys shoots one wide. Hirsch sends it across. Landal spins over the blue line. Landal's shot is blocked by Gill. Gill chips it ahead. Wang tried to leave it behind, and he gave it to the other team. Salio with a shot. Wide. He'll bounce back near the goal line. Tapped off the boards, and now taken ahead by Wang. Larson zooming ahead. We'll play it back. Landal's shot is blocked. Chip down the wall. No shots yet in this period. Total shots 17-15 favoring Western, but they still trail. Madsen for Clarkson. Now Glover down low. Chopped up to the high slot where it's taken by Wang. Tried to get it in deep, but Clarkson got a stick on it, preventing the Western Selects to have to go all the way down. And now it's Benji Adumi. Adumi gives it to the slot. Glover with the shot, glove down. And it's Shane Jane Cow. Makes a big stop there. 12:53 to go. th save there by Jane Cow. Here's Crosta. Smith and Gersak battling for it offsides. Draw right in front of the Everest bench. And here's a quick 2-on-1. Crosta with Godwin to his left. He'll fire off the mark. Now it's Godwin. Birch thought about working it back up. Instead, now on his backhand below the goal line. Now he'll go to the opposite side point. Open was Crosta just for a moment, then a stick in the lane. Well done by Broadhurst, but then the zone is kept by Owen Craig. Sweeping it into the slot. Crosta shot. And in between the legs of Inman. No, that was not a goal. Off the post, then ended up behind Inman. He had the slightest feeling of it and was able to get back on it. here's Birch. Up the wall the other way, Landau taps it out. Hirsch and Craig in a race. Ike Hirsch taken away by Godwin. Birch. Godwin over the blue line. All the way through. Kai now steps down. Crosta covers his spot. Thrown on net, deflected, and still stopped by Inman. Salyer gives it back to Hirsch. Hirsch slides across. What a pass! And what a save! A way to use your head there. Shane Jankow. And now Craig's going to the box. Crouch will bring it out. Inman to the bench. Extra attacker Clarkson out there. We'll see how long they can operate 6-on-5. Clarkson into the zone. Shoot, save, and that will draw the whistle. Western Selects hungry for a power play goal. Here we go. Larson into Clarkson. Swept towards the net. And this one is going to stay in, thanks to J.P. Brouch. Brouch centering. Clarkson trying to sweep at it. Once again, another valuable opportunity. Brouch all the way back in his own end now. Zips it up ice. Two selects fall over each other. Desperately needing a reset here. Larson back to Brouch. Up to the center. Sawyer. Back towards Brouch. Swept across now. Here is Larson. Drop pass. Clarkson. Shot through the legs of Gill, but stopped by Jankow. And 4-on-4 hockey is back. 47 seconds of it to be exact. One back to Fox. He'll pull the trigger. Kicked aside. Back and now Goff. Finds Hirsch. Ike Hirsch. Nothing goes there. Worked the other way by Zoo, but only for so long. Once again, it's Ike Hirsch. Lead pass. Now for Axe Madsen. Madsen. Hirsch. Humphreys right on his stick. Hirsch gets through. Trying to go Superman. Flipped in now by Fox. It is 4-on-4 though, and that was not done in front of the red line. So although it is now a 1-and-7-second power play for Everest Elite, they have to start back in their own end. 2-3 games still behind us. Boston looking for that next goal. 2 one-goal games going on at the moment. One up ahead. Here's Birch. Sent out. Birch flips it ahead. Crossed well defended. And that is Broadhurst all the way down. 20 seconds left to go on the condensed Everest power play. Austin Birch can move. Gets it up top now. Craig taps back down. Halfway through the third period officially. Craig holds his own. He takes a shot. Redirected. No, it was a high stick. Each side will change many. It's now 21 shots for Western, 16 for Everest. Face-off drawn back by Everest. Now taken by Smith on a shot off the side of the net. Degree regains. Jankow having to get back to his net. Crouch unloads, punched away, and then Jankow runs into Smith. Degree trying to get it down low. Gill instead. Godwin up now for Everett. Malcolm Clover. Unsuccessful deep. Dug over the blue line by Degree. Daniel Degree. Quick turn back. Opposite side point is open. And it's J.P. Brouch with the shot wide of the net. Degree once again. Sweet drop pass for Finn Ticka. Four selects crowded near the crease or lower. Brouch remains the only guy up top here. And this is what it could turn into, a one-on-one if not for Brouch sending it back in. Very close to too many men, could have been called, some would say. Clarkson now turns on his forehand, banks it off the wall, and Degree with a poke check. Now he will stop, give it back. Some trouble here from Larson, and Crosta almost got away on a breakaway. Degree now turns ahead, accelerating through the neutral zone. Degree pocket picked by Arbor, but then kept in. Axe Madsen puts it wide. Salyer inside Clarkson. Chipped in now. Some moves to the inside, and now Salyer surveys the ice, open up ahead, but a pass could not be made. Fox chips. Under 5 minutes to go, time is running out for Western. Their only goal on a penalty shot from Ike Hirsch. Completely silent otherwise to an Everest defense who has struggled. 6.3 goals allowed average entering this game. Offsides on Clarkson. Carried it over. Here comes Adumi. Looks both ways, gives it to the left. Shot from Landahl won't go. Now Broadhurst from a distance, wide of the net. Broadhurst, cross ice, intercepted. Godwin chips in. It'll be Birch to pressure. Austin Birch. Down low, Godwin tracking it down. Rimmed up the wall. Craig with the shot, poked away. And here's Landau. Rook Landau. Landau inside, tripped up. Late hand up. Call still made. Talk about a prime position. It looks like we'll have a timeout. No. Richard Matvechuk says, you know what, we're going to conserve it. We'll see if they pull Reed Inman on the power play here. Not going to be super early, I would assume. Landau. Nice move inside. Smith to the net. Backhand try, won't go. Smith looking, turning back to the far side now for Goff. Wide open Hirsch! What a save! Jankow and the rebound! The Western Selects wondering who scores, who cares? They've got the game tied up. "31 seconds into the penalty on Tyler Kai. And we could be 2:47 away from our second overtime game of the tournament. Here's Clarkson with 2:30. Turn back, and then back again. Ticka finds Glover. Second power play goal of the tournament for the Western Selects. It's a big one. Oh boy, that's not a right play to make. Birch went down. Some shuffling of hats from the coaching staff on the Western Selects, knowing they've got a stressful next 2 minutes ahead of them. So Colton Clarkson will have to watch very anxiously from the penalty box. And it's looking like Everest and their head coach Nick Crawford going to call a timeout. 2:38 left to go in the third period, and it's Everest on a power play. Quick shot, cross the wide. Craig trying to hold the zone. Giving back Godwin to Craig, back to Godwin. The penalty on Clarkson for tripping. Very spread out is this Everest power play. Sent down the wall by Crosta, in for Birch, driving inside. He is taken down, stick goes flying out of Brouch. Brouch defending without a stick here against Crosta. Crosta gets around, and the shot is redirected out of play. Then Brouch got hit with something in the head. It is utter chaos up here in the stands, and Salyer gets it out. Here comes Salyer. Crowded by Everest skaters. All the way down it goes, Crosta with 80 seconds to go. Just 8 seconds separating the power play and game time. So we would go into overtime if needed at even strength. That is if Everest doesn't score. "50 seconds. Here's Birch. Up ahead, Godwin. Taken away, Salyer. Giving across, out of the reach of Craig. And now it's Landau, who they've relied on the majority of this tournament. Pocket pick by Craig. Half a minute to go. It's grown eerily quiet in here. Kai for Godwin. Thrown in around the boards. 15 seconds to play. Some trouble with the puck there. For Gaunthan, here's Birch. Birch on the backhand. Jabbed at. They have not blown the whistle until now. Godwin's going to take a couple of shoves. Time to cool off with 8.6 to go. We're going outside the zone 2. It's looking closer and closer to the second overtime game in the 2025 tournament. Here's one last hurrah. It's Godwin crashing towards the crease. Hurst with 4. Off the boards. And we are going to overtime. It is just like the NHL, 5 minutes, 3-on-3. And if you cannot score during that time, it goes to a 3-round shootout. Intense game it has been. Austin Birch and Gary Zhu have scored for Everest Elite. Ike Hirsch and Benji Adumi got the credit on that recent goal for the Western Selects. And we will go to a fourth period here on the center rink for the first time. Yesterday at both rinks, and the South rink as well, nothing. No overtimes. Today we had one earlier on the North rink. That was between the Shamrocks and Young Kings, where the Young Kings won in a shootout. So we are still waiting on our first overtime winner of the tournament. We'll see if there's one here. It is 3 points for a regulation win, 0 for a regulation loss, but in overtime it comes down to 2 or 1. That 1 point can make a big difference throughout the remainder of this tournament. The Western Selects in white will go with Ike Hirsch, JP Brouch, and Rook Landau, who leads their team in points. For Everest Elite, it's number 11, Gary Zhu, number 88, Harry Ryan, and number 77, Connor Fox. He will take the puck to start things off a lengthy faceoff. Here is Zoo, nudged off there by Landau. Brooke Landau poked off the puck there by Ryan. And now it's Zoo over the blue line. Gary Zoo, toe drag shot blocked by Broush. Immediately looks for Landhall, who takes a spill. On his knees playing shinny hockey, trying to sweep it ahead, can't do so. Turns into a 2-on-1 the other way. Fox in 2-on-1, cannot make a pass. What a play by J.P. Brouch. Brooke Landau is wide open, way deep, and he's got it. Brooke Landau on a breakaway to win it. Of Shane Jankow. Oh my. What a stop. And we keep playing. Fresh legs out there for both sides. One of them is Clarkson with the shot denied there. And here's the one you want to watch out for on Everest Elite. Austin Birch. Plenty of real estate. Picks up speed. Drops back. Crossed up. Could not get a shot off, and it's Clarkson with the game on his stick. Colton Clarkson to win the game. He scored. What a game. Colton Clarkson in overtime, the first OT winner in the 2025 tournament. It was a pretty one. And Everest going to give support to their goalie, Shane Jankow, who kept them through thick and thin in this game. Stopped 25 out of 27 entering this OT. Nothing to hang your head about on either side. What a game it was. So, 3-2 final here. The Western Selects move to 2-2. Thank you all for watching this broadcast alongside Brandon Bowling, our producer. My name is Luke Jordan. I'm saying so long on this one as we'll listen to the Star Spangled Banner and wrap up.